Hey everybody, Stu Smith here going live. Hope you guys are well today. Sorry for the change of schedule. Planning got a little bit out of hand this week due to a family member being in the hospital. Um, so, you know, keep our family in your prayers. Um, it happens, it's part of life. Just got to keep on grinding, get things done. Anyway, I have a few minutes before I'm going to go jump in the pool and get a little swim workout in and then go to go back to the hospital. So if you guys got questions, go ahead and put them in. I'm going to try to find my um, videos that I had planned to share with you guys this week. Um, always takes me a minute to find where I put them, because I tend to put them on my Instagram messages just as a easy way to transfer. Most people send me videos of their CSS by DMs, which you can do it many ways. You can send it by email, but let's see, where's my messages? There we go. So anyway, looks like got a quick question here while I pull up some videos. Sorry, I should have done this ahead of time. I do have my head up my ass a little bit this week. So should I not go to MEPS until I have an SO contract locked in? It doesn't necessarily work that way. You go to the recruiter, but before you go to the recruiter, be able to crush that PST. And here's why. Because if you don't, you're now on the recruiter's timeline, not necessarily your own. Though you can be into the delayed entry program for up to a year, it typically doesn't take that long to get you shipped out, and they want you shipped out as quickly as you can. So I just say, look, don't screw yourself by going too early, not able to take a PST, not able to crush it, because you're going to be a perennial failure week after week after week if you decide to go that route. And then you might not have enough time to actually prepare for what you need to be preparing for, and that is graduating your Spec Ops program. So, remember there's two phases. You got to get to the training in order to get through the training. I have seen some places will let you take PSTs first, but you're not going to get a contract until you go through MEPS. That's just the way it goes. If you got a really bad sleep the night before and watch says body is strained, is it still wise, beneficial to go hard the next day? I'm going to leave that up to you, because I bet you if you didn't have that watch, you would probably still go hard. So I'm going to say yes and no. Okay. I guarantee you when you go through Spec Ops training, you will not be fully recovered to handle Spec Ops training. And what I mean by that is you are going to be tired, you're going to be overworked, you're going to be overtrained, you're going to be not sleeping well, you might even be not eating well, depending on what Spec Ops program you're going through, and you're just beat down, right? That is the test. It is not necessary for you to test yourself prior, but I do recommend pushing yourself in a way that you can handle some workouts even when your body is saying, I really shouldn't be working out. Now, adjust accordingly. Maybe focus on something a little more parasympathetic, meaning something a little bit easier, a little easier cardio. Do some zone 2 stuff instead of sprints. Do swimming and treading instead of lifting. Something that's not going to be exhausting on your central nervous system. Allow that central nervous system to recover, get stronger, but you didn't take a full day off. You actually worked on some technique and some aerobic base training that can actually help you. So that is how I would handle it. How do you deal with sciatica? Oof, very delicately. It's not something I like to deal with. We have a guy that's been nursing his sciatica now for like 2 to 3 months, but he's progressively getting better. The things we're doing with him are a lot of lower back hip movements and stretching. Also laying off any load bearing, so he's not doing fireman carries, he's not doing back squats. He can do some kettlebell squats, things like that, but mostly just keeping him with calisthenics and cardio, and trying to lay off some of the impact and doing a little more non-impact cardio with him. But the good news is he was able to still work out for the last 3 months with it. And he just crushed a PST. And I think he got like 8:30 swim, 8:30 run. And he hadn't been running that much. He's been biking more than running, I think, or at least some non-impact cardio stuff. Swimming a lot more too. And he had like 100 sit-ups, 95 push-ups, and 33 pull-ups. So he crushed a PST with a sciatica that was haunting him for so long that when he got out of his car he could barely stand up straight. So it could be worked around. You just got to be smart about it and not do too much on it. Sorry, I don't have a better answer for you, but my advice is go on to YouTube, look at physical therapy websites, and look at all the different sciatic exercises a doctor of physical therapy would recommend you do. Not just some trainer, a doctor of physical therapy, because it's that serious that you need a little bit better guidance. Do you know anything about cat selection to train for specificity? I do not. You got to explain it to me. I don't know all the acronyms in the military and law enforcement, so share it with me. Just left the Air Force depth session, struggling in the pool. Yep, that's one thing that it will teach you. My advice is practice a lot of swimming every day. Even on your easy off day, practice treading and water confidence stuff. Can I make it through Marine OCS if I'm 35? I don't know. They're pretty tight on their age limits, but I guarantee you if you Google that question and look up Marine Officer OCS age waiver or age limit, you'll probably find the answer. Love your programs. I appreciate all your programs. Thanks, man. Any success stories in the past couple of months from your groups? Just the basic ones. Getting through their training. Just think PJ training was just done for one of our guys. A couple in the pipeline. A couple Green Berets came back to visit us this summer already. Let's see, what else? Got a bunch of guys post-Hell Week. SQT. So, yeah, it's all good stuff. My Marine Corps PST score, 283, 25 pull-ups, 4-minute plank, 21-minute run. Hey, not bad. It's pretty good. Try to get that 21-minute run down below 20 minutes. closer to 19 and you'll be really good. Is ANS for Air Force PJ pipeline as physically challenged as BUDS in your opinion, or at least what you have heard? Yes, I would say it is. And even harder on the pool skills, I think. They do a lot of stuff, clothing, swimming with booties on, which is harder than it sounds, treading with booties on, life or buddy breathing with a snorkel, which really sucks. You think treading's bad? Wait till you do buddy breathing with a snorkel. That's really bad. All right, so I found my videos I wanted to show you guys. I'll pull these up here in a second. Shoot. But yes, definitely harder. Oh yeah, cat team from Secret Service. I don't have anything specific for that one. Though I will tell you some of our guys are on that cat team from years back, and Secret Service agents. The OSO has already approved the Marine Corps, just sent a guy who is 42 to OCS. Nice. Then I would say yes, you probably can. I'm 34, want to go to BUDS and can do a PST. How do I get a recruiter to talk to me? Every naval guy I talk to says something different. They say 42 is the new max range. Kind of join with a degree, but not myself at 34. I'm not sure what that last sentence is. Yeah, try it. I mean, go talk to a recruiter, and if one says no, go find another recruiter. I mean, I have seen that same 42 years old, but if you look on the SEALSWIC website, it does not say that. At least it did not say it as of last month. So just keep on asking. If you're a good student, they'll take you. How do you secure a SEAL contract and get to BUDS? Go to SEALSWIC.com and learn it. All right, you guys are answering each other's questions over here. I'm going to move on since you guys like to do that. All right, let's see. Here's a... Let's find the... all right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to share this screen with you guys. You guys see this? All right. So let's share some swimming. Not sure what this one is, but let's figure it out. Top arm, bottom arm, kick. Hold the glide. This isn't bad. I think it'd be a little tighter on that streamline, but not horrible. The one thing I think I kind of nitpicked on him was when he swims on his side, notice the top arm just kind of plows through the water doing the glide right here, like right there. He's still kind of on the surface. So that is when I make that recommendation to turn just a little bit inward so you're not plowing the water during that glide and having it slow you down and shorten your stride or shorten your glide with that surface tension. So yeah, that's how I would fix that. But that looks good. Are flip turns allowed during the 500 CSS? No, they are not. Cannot do them. Thanks, Stu. I got your MARSOC prep program and will execute. I'm also training for the Ironman and wondering if you could create a triathlon program. I have in the past. I just don't sell it. Most of the people I do triathlon training for, it's through online coaching. Because it's really specific to what they're training for, what type of training program. I used to train a lot for Ironman, or not Ironmans, but triathlons, more sprint distance, especially when I was transitioning out of football into trying to go into a Spec Ops world. So I needed to turn myself into a more muscle stamina endurance athlete. All right, so I think I have missed several questions over here on YouTube. So let's see what we got. Thanks for the notes on what's going on. What is better for sleep quality when it comes to athletes? Hard mattress or soft? Doesn't matter. You know what? I don't know. Be honest with you. Um, I like kind of in the middle. I don't like too hard because it kind of hurts my shoulders when I sleep on my side, but I don't like too soft either. Kind of makes my back hurt. So I go somewhere right in the middle. Um, I guess it's personal preference more than anything. For cows and cardios, I've been using fins for every time it calls for swimming, mostly because I finish faster and I suck at swimming. Is it okay as long as I don't have pains? Yeah, I think that's fine. Um, I would agree with you. Swimming with fins makes me feel like a swimming ninja. So I love swimming with fins all the time. I don't do it all the time because there are upper body days that I like to work my arms more during the freestyle or CSS portions of the swim. But on leg days, I like to swim with fins. Um, my advice would be don't wear gigantic scuba fins like you would see, someone going to buds with. Um, wear the kind of scuba fins, or not scuba fins, snorkeling fins that are just slip on, easy, don't hurt the ankles, but they make you fast. Um, that's what I would do. And yeah, you could do it most days. You don't need to swim probably 5 days a week with fins, but you could as long as you're not feeling any pains. I've just seen when people are ramping up their mileage and ramping up their swimming with fins per week, that some knee tendonitis and even IT band pain flare ups start to occur, especially with big fins. With little fins, not so much. So, as long as your fins are like little slip on snorkel fins, I think you're good to go. Do SEALs do CSS for everything, like their mile or 2 miles or whatever? Yes. CSS with fins for their 2 mile weekly swim they do in the ocean at Buds. And they're not SEALs, they're Bud students. So once you're in the teams, yeah, you still do CSS with fins, but they also do some freestyle stuff as well, just for workout purposes. Let's see. Hey, coach, regarding the overtraining, what's your opinion on peptide uses? I think it's cheating. No way. I discussed this with my friend, and he did not share my viewpoint. Peptides are natural protein building blocks. I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, collagen peptides is just collagen protein. So, no, I wouldn't say it's cheating. Now, I will say this: if you are preparing for a military spec ops job, they're not going to allow them at all. So, you can't use supplements in military spec ops training, whether it's protein, well, as long as it's pure protein and not, supplemental protein. Like if it says supplement facts on that jar, like these vitamins do, like that multivitamin says supplement facts. If it says supplement facts, it's a supplement. You can't do it. If it says nutrition facts, it's a food. So, you can definitely use have supplement your regular meals with food supplements, right? Which if you use the there's some whey proteins out there that are just pure whey protein that don't say supplement facts on it. That's all that's in it is whey protein, and it's not it's considered a food. So let's see, Stu. Hey Stu was on here late May as of last month saying I was waiting to take my PST. I got the best scores I've gotten yet that day. Thanks for your motivations. Hey, man, nice work. Good job. Are you allowed to go as far underwater as you can for the 500, or is there a limit? You mean when you kick off the wall and breaststroke pullout? There is no limit. However, there is a limit on the human body. And here's what happens. I see a lot of people kick off the wall, double arm pull, stay underwater for like 8-10 seconds. And if you're in a 25-yard pool and do that every 25 yards, you will become hypoxic. Your heart rate will beat through your chest. You'll be burning a lot of blood sugar. And sometimes it is unsustainable for people. So as of late, we have been kicking off the wall hard as you can, perfect streamline, and coming up for that first stroke without the breaststroke pullout. So you get an extra breath per length, and you get off pretty far off the wall without getting winded. So for many non-swimming athletes especially, that is a better strategy for them than trying to stay underwater longer. 10-minute swim, not good. 100 push-ups, 90 sit-ups, 15, 820 mile and a half. That's good. Yeah, you just got to work on your CSS. Why don't you send me some videos and we'll figure it out. All right, let me see another swim video here. Since this is swim video day. Okay, well, this is something a little bit different. Let's see. Let's see how it looks. All right, so this one is, we're doing drown-proof tests. So like on our mobility days, people say, what do you do for a mobility day? Well, we go through a series of 5 minutes of cardio, 5 minutes of stretching for, I don't know, say an hour or so.
Come on.
We then afterwards we do treading, drown proofing, all the drown proofing drills, and this is the travel part of that. So we just simulate our hands being tied by our back and our feet being tied together. Not everybody is adhering to that because this is some people's first time ever doing this, and it's a little challenging for them. But yeah, this is what we do on our non-hard days. So when you were talking about being burnt out, try treading and drown proofing and simulating, this little drill. It's more technique driven than it is hard, but it is hard enough so you can definitely figure out some water confidence while you are trying to recover from poor night's sleep or whatever is happening to you. Let's see. Let's do a quick CSS video here. Man, what the hell? Just lost it. Oh, here we go. I can't remember if I showed this one last week or not. I think I did. She is a... all right, so let me share this one. This is my Coast Guard student getting ready for Coast Guard Academy. Running athlete. She did a little bit of swimming in
that's the way to do it.
High school.
Smooth kick off the wall.
Let's see what she looks like here. Good kick off the wall. Good breaststroke kick. Top arm, bottom arm kick. She can pull a little harder. It's a good pull though.
That's how you do it. I like it.
But this is smooth. It looks slow, but once you look down here at the time at what it takes her to do 50 yards. I think she does 50 yards in 51 seconds.
Nah, that's the
And
way
I
to do
think
it.
it's
Top
mainly
arm,
just
bottom
because
arm
she's
green,
over-gliding.
kick and glide.
Full Mississippi to
Top
Mississippi
arm
pull.
freestyle, bottom arm
Off, especially
breaststroke.
off the wall,
Kick and
loses a
glide.
little bit of
This is
momentum.
awesome. Nice.
But yeah, this is smooth. I'd definitely give her an A on the CSS. She'll go crush some Coast Guard students.
50-second
With our
fit.
CSS swim.
All right.
All right, let's see. What's next? How many hand release push-ups do you recommend for Army? That's a good question. I don't really have a recommendation for it. Just do as many as you can in 2 minutes. I've seen some people get over 60, 70, even push 80. So it can be done. It just takes a little longer to do it. I'm still sharing my. All right, let's see what we got here. Any tips for fitting for buds? Oh, this is funny. Somebody that's one of our guys from boot camp just called me. One of those few minutes you get a phone call. He gives me a call, and I should have picked it up, see how he's doing. Bummer, because he probably won't be able to get in touch with me. Hey Stu, how many tips for finning? Any tips for finning for buds? How fast and how far should you be able to go before shipping? I recommend same pace as without fins. Yard per second. So whenever you do a 500, be at that 830 range. Without fins, 830 with fins, and then if you extrapolate that out, do the math. Now 830 is going to be a 17-minute 1,000. That's going to be a 34-minute 2,000, and then that's 1 mile, 1 nautical mile, and then your 2 nautical miles would be somewhere in that 68, 70 range, which is pretty good. That's where I would want to be if I were you. All right, so as I mentioned earlier, I do have to cut this short. I appreciate your time on here. I'll be back on Monday and Tuesday, 9:30. We'll do another live Q&A. At that time, that's East Coast time. We'll go live on YouTube. If you're over here on YouTube, and you can get notifications that I'm going live. I'm also live over on Instagram and on Facebook, Stu Smith Fitness Facebook page as well. So you can see us live on all three at the same time using this StreamYard app, which is pretty handy. So anyway, Live 15 saves you 15% over at StuSmithFitness.com. Check that out. A lot of articles over there, working on some new ones, and plenty of programs to get you in that crushing anything you want mode. All right, guys. I do need to go. You guys have a good one. I see there's one more question over here for you YouTube folks. I'll stay on a little longer. My girlfriend and I want to get married before I go to Bud. Should I do it before I go, or should I do it after? Up to you, man. Up to you. I've seen it go both ways. I waited 3 years after Bud's to get married to the girl I was dating. Still married. So that works. But there were guys that were going through Bud's that got married before Bud's and are also still married. It's kind of up to you guys. I personally wanted my girlfriend at the time to understand what she's getting into, because I didn't know what I was getting into, to be honest with you. I mean, I did to a degree, but I didn't know what team life was going to be like, and what's it mean to do a workup, when you're preparing to deploy. Are you home every night? Well, the answer is no. You're doing a lot of traveling. You go from place to place, all these different schools and locations just to train. And you do the math, and you're gone 9 months that year. Then you go to deploy, and that's 6 months deployment. Come back. Hopefully you get a little time home. before you have to start working up again and doing it all over. So, yes, it's just wanted her to experience that before we got married. But it's up to you. I've seen it work both ways. I've seen it not work both ways. So, good luck regardless. All right, guys, got to run. I'll see you guys next week.